Greetings, my scattered sisters and brothers in the Lord. I trust you know the Lord is with you wherever you find yourself scattered today, and that you know that his presence with you is more than enough for whatever you might face today. We are with Jesus in Mark chapter 14. Jesus is celebrating the Passover meal with his disciples, and they've just arrived in Jerusalem to celebrate the meal. So we're picking it up at Mark 14, verse 17. And when it was evening, Jesus came with the 12. And as they were reclining at table and eating, Jesus said, "Truly I say to you, one of you will betray me, one who is eating with me." They began to be sorrowful and to say to him one after another, "Is it I?" Jesus said to them, "It is one of the 12, one who is dipping bread into the dish with me. For the Son of Man goes as it was written of him, but woe to that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It would have been better for that man if he had not been born." So a couple things here that I think about or kind of wonder about is, why did Jesus say this in the first place? Why did Jesus tell them that he was going to be betrayed? Why did he tell them that it was one of the 12? Why did he tell them that it was one that he was dipping his hand in the bowl of bread together? And so just kind of thinking, okay, what is Jesus up to in announcing this? And certainly he's letting them know that he knows exactly what's going on. Earlier, we read where Judas has agreed to betray Jesus, and Jesus is fully aware of that. And so why does Jesus announce this? And yes, he's letting them know that he's going to follow through on it. He's not going to avert his mission just because one of the 12 is about to betray him. It clearly shows that he knows the 12 better than they know themselves. He knows us better than we know ourselves. He's inviting them to do some soul searching. Is it I? Again, we see his intent on mission. He's going to the cross no matter what. He's not going to abort the mission. And we also see that Jesus is celebrating the Passover with the very one who is going to betray him. And so Jesus doesn't stop loving that person. Jesus doesn't stop loving Judas. Jesus is still sharing the Passover meal with Judas rather than cutting him off. And so thinking a little bit more about it, okay, so why does Jesus announce this? I can't help but wonder if this is Jesus' invitation to Judas to abort his mission. You know, Judas has engaged in this betrayal, and Jesus is inviting Judas to cancel it, to abort it, to repent from it. And yeah, Jesus is going to go to the cross for sure, but he's inviting Judas, I think, Judas, reconsider what you're doing. You're about to do something to where, you know, it'd be better for you to have not been born. I mean, that's pretty intense. And Jesus wants Judas to repent, to change, to turn back from what he's about to do. And that's why Jesus would announce it. That's why Jesus would direct their attention to it. And he's not calling Judas out in front of everyone, but he's doing it in a pretty subtle manner to where, Judas, change your mind. And I wonder if we need to kind of remember that Jesus doesn't want anyone to perish. God doesn't want anyone to perish. That God's heart is for all to repent, for all to come to salvation. And so here we see Jesus giving Judas kind of one more chance, if you will, to change and to repent and to abort the betrayal, but to come back to him. So I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking, what's the point of Jesus saying this other than letting us know that Jesus knows what's happening and that Jesus is intent on going to the cross? And I can't help but think his heart is stirred for Judas, broken for Judas. Judas, I know what you're up to, but change your mind and turn back to me. And so wherever you find yourself scattered today, I think that's the word for us, is God's desire is that no one would perish, that everyone would repent, no matter how late in the game it might be, that everyone would repent and turn to Jesus and receive the fullness of salvation. God bless. Have a great day.